The hydrostatic forces on submerged surfaces. This is the second part in the first model of the fluid mechanics. Okay, in the name hydrostatic only, we come to know that when the fluid is at rest, we have to study here the pressure at a point in the static fluid as well as its point of application of this pressure. So this chapter deals with the liquids and gases, etc. This means there will be no relative motion between adjacent or neighboring fluid layers. So the velocity gradient which does not exist between two adjacent layers of the fluid. That is why the velocity gradient is zero. In the same way, the shear stress between two fluid layers, that is mu into du by dy, will also be zero. Therefore, there are two forces acting in the static fluid. One is due to pressure of the fluid normal to the surface, and due to gravity or self weight of the fluid. So now the definition of total pressure and center of pressure. The total pressure is defined as the force exerted by a static fluid on a surface, either plane or curved, and the fluid comes in contact with the surfaces. This force always acts normal to the surface. Okay. The center of pressure is defined as the point of application of the total pressure on the surface. There are four cases of submerged surfaces on which the total pressure force and center of pressure is to be determined. First one is vertical plane surface, and the second one horizontal plane surface, third inclined plane surface, and curved surface. But for your syllabus, only these three cases you have to study. Now the total pressure equation for total pressure and center of pressure on a vertical plane surface you have to discuss. So let us consider any arbitrary shaped vertical plane surface submerged in the liquid. Okay. Before that, you have to consider a small strip of this vertical plane surface of thickness dh at a distance, is it not, h from the at a distance h from the free surface of the liquid. Let here g is the center of gravity of this whole plane vertical plane surface, and p is the point of application of the total pressure acting over entire surface of this plane surface. So this is the p is the center of pressure which is at a distance of h star from free surface of the liquid, and h bar is the distance from free surface of the liquid to the elemental strip area. Okay. H bar is the means h bar is the distance between free surface of the liquid and the center of gravity of the plane surface. Now in order to find the total pressure on the plane surface, first you see here total pressure. The total pressure on the surface may be determined by dividing the entire surface into number of small parallel strips. The force on small strip is then calculated, and the total pressure force on the whole area is calculated by integrating the force on the small strip. So for that, Before, first we consider a small strip of thickness dh and width b at a depth of h from the free surface of the liquid as shown in figure. You see, this is the small strip of elemental area of breadth b and thickness dh as a distance h from the free surface of the liquid. Then we have to consider that is the pressure intensity. You see, the pressure intensity on the strip we have to consider, that is P equals to rho gh according to the hydrostatic law. Okay, and next, area of the strip we know, because width is b and thickness is dh. We know the area of the strip because it is rectangular shape, so we consider length into width is nothing but area. According to that, dA equals to b into dh. So the total pressure force on the strip, so dF equals to, this is the force on the strip, P into area. P is rho gh into B into dH. Therefore, the total pressure force on the whole surface, you see here. So for that, F equals to integration of dF. So that is integration of rho gh into B into dH. Therefore, rho g is constant. By taking outside from the integration, inside the integration, we will get B into h into dH. So integration of b into h into dh, we may again write like that, integration of h into dA, because dA is, you see here, b into dh. So this total integral form of h into dA is known as moment of surface area. Moment of surface area about the free surface of liquid. Okay, so therefore that moment of surface about surface area about the free surface of liquid is nothing but area of surface into distance from Cg, distance of Cg from the free surface of the liquid. So that is nothing but area is A and h bar is the distance of center of gravity of the plane surface from the free surface of the liquid. Therefore, F equals to rho g Ah bar. This is the equation to find out the total pressure force on the at a point in a static fluid, means in the fluid which is at rest. Okay, so where here the value of rho already we know for water 1000 kg per meter cube, and g is 9.81 meter per second square. The force will be in Newton. Okay, next let us come to the center of pressure. Center of pressure, as already I told, it is defined as the point of application of the total pressure at a point in the static fluid. So this is calculated by using the principle of moments which states that the moment of the resultant force about an axis is equal to the moments of the components about the same axis. So here the resultant force F is acting on P at a distance h star, as I told here, h star from here. The center of pressure P, we consider this P at a distance h star, you see, from the free surface of the liquid. So according to that, so here the resultant force F is acting, if is acting at P at a distance h star from the free surface of the liquid. So the moment of resultant force about free surface equals to F into h star. But we have to next we have to find out the moment of force on the elemental strip dF. So that force acting on that strip is dF. So by considering this dF, the moment of component means here, that is the strip. The moment of strip about free surface is dF into h, because strip is at a distance h from the free surface. So rho g h, dF is nothing but rho g h into b into dh. So h as it is. Okay, so next we will get sum of the moments of all such forces about free surface of the liquid is nothing but integration. we have to integrate to find out the total, is it not, moment of total area. Okay, so integration of this rho g h into b into dh into h. So rho g is constant, again inside b into h into dh. So again b into dh is nothing but dA, h into h is nothing but h square. So here the integral form of this bh square into dh is nothing but moment of inertia of the surface. Moment of inertia about the free surface, okay, is nothing but I naught. It is indicated by I naught. So total the moment of sum of the components of the forces about the free surface of liquid is rho g I naught. So now by equating the moment of resultant force about this axis equals to sum of moment of components about the same axis. So according to that we will get that F into H star equals to rho g into rho g I naught. So F into rho g AH bar. So F we know already, that is nothing but total pressure force on the surface, rho g AH bar into H star. When you multiply this H star, this becomes the moment of inertia of the resultant force equals to what? Sum of moment of inertia of the all components about the same axis. So by simplifying, H star equals to rho g I naught by rho g AH bar. So rho g cancel, we'll get here I naught by AH bar. But by the theorem of parallel axis, we have I naught equals to Ig plus AH bar square. Okay, so we have to put the value of I naught in the above equation and simplifying, finally we will get H star equals to Ig plus AH bar by AH, nothing but Ig by AH bar plus H bar, which gives the center of pressure in a static fluid. So from this equation we come to know that the center of pressure lies between lies below the center of pressure, lies below the center of gravity of the vertical surface. As you know, you see here the center of pressure lies below the center of gravity. Okay, so now like this, today these two equations will be